tail off again like they always do. Hard-fought football game. I mean, they got 211 yards. We got 211 yards. The difference in the game is turnovers. They made some plays on the ball. We didn't. I mean, they, 10 of their points, they went one play, 7 yards for a TD off a turnover. They went 4 plays and 6 yards and kicked the field goal. That's 10 points right there. It's hard to win a football game when you kick 2 field goals and don't score a touchdown. So give them credit. It was a great atmosphere to play in. Just too many penalties, I guess, as well. We'll look at the tape. We'll see more when we watch the tape, but overall, not happy. Questions?
Was there any consideration of switching quarterbacks today?
No, unless you can play. Got a lot of faith in Phil, and you got to give defenses credit. Took the opening drive down, and you get down to the 3-yard line. You got to score touchdowns, and we don't. Our kids didn't stop.
Where did his struggles initiate tonight?
Say it again?
Where did his struggles originate from tonight?
I don't know. We'll watch the tape. We'll watch the tape. I thought we protected him better today than we did the other day, a week ago. So we'll look at the tape. I'll have to watch the tape to see exactly what we got to do.
Amanda, you got a question?
I thought the performance was better.
Will Phil be starting at quarterback next week against North
I'm
Carolina?
going to watch the tape, but I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
What are your impressions of Donaldson?
He's a big back. He's physical. He's a good tailback. And again, I was proud of our defense. I mean, like I said, 10 points. The game. 13 yards to gain. To score 10 points. So we can't put them in that position. But they hung tough all the way down to the end. Had some great 4th down stops, and I thought the defense played well.
Pat, you guys ran the ball 10 straight times in that opening drive that led to a field goal. Was that the game plan going in, that you knew you guys were just going to be running the ball like that?
Well, we wanted to come out, we didn't get to run it last week, and we wanted to run the football. We thought we could run the football, and, I thought we did it effectively at times. And we did not want to get into what we did last week where we weren't throwing it, or excuse me, where we weren't running the football. And we wanted to establish and play with an attitude, and I thought we did that. But, did we consistently do it? When you turn the ball over, bad things happen. And when we threw it, we did turn it over.
During camp, we saw lots of deep throws, of connections, and guys in your passing game. What is not there? This is now 2 straight games where you just haven't seen efficiency in the passing game.
Right, there's no question about it. I mean, they played a lot of off coverage where they didn't give it to you. If you watch, his corners are playing soft and not giving it to you really. We got to go back and look at the game plan, look at what we're doing and how we're doing it, and fix it.
Pat, was the offensive line an issue today in the pass protection? Do you think they protected
I got to go
him?
back and watch the tape. I mean, you're standing on the sideline, it's hard to tell no.
Was there any update on BJ Williams, who wasn't here today?
Got hurt during practice last week. No update, but he'll be back next week, I'm sure.
Do you feel like you got Rodney the ball as much as we?
Started off, I don't know, what he had, but that first drive was, the Rodney Hammond drive, and again, we're trying to keep those guys fresh. I thought Sebo played well as well. I mean, you talk about critical plays in a row, and then Daniel Carter goes in there on 4th and 1. We got a quarterback sneak called. He can just stand in his stance and jump off sides and give up the ball. We've got to punt it. We had a first down, and who knows what happens after that. So just little things like that can't happen. That was a critical play in the game, jumping off sides on a quarterback sneak.
Have you noticed any issues with Phil's mechanics?
Again, I'm not a quarterback guru, but we'll look at it, man.
Does the loss coming, they controlled this game for quite some time. You guys gained the same amount of yards. I think you had the same amount of sacks. There were so many other things that were similar in this game except the quarterback played. Does that make this game even tougher to swallow with the lack of performance that you guys had at quarterback?
No question about it. I mean, but again, we're looking, like I said, it's always 11 guys out there. We'll see, what he had, it's until you watch the tape, you don't know exactly where it was, so we'll look at the tape and evaluate, and I'll have more answers for you on Monday.
Pat, what do you say to your team after a loss like this?
They played hard. What do you say? I mean, hang in there. We get into the ACC play. That's where it counts. And we know we've had a tough non-conference schedule, and last 2 weeks are not easy. But again, we get into conference play here, and let's get it rolling.
What's the Gonsalves status?
I don't know, Jerry. I'm not going to tell you anything about injuries anyway, so we'll find out.
Is there confidence in Christian Bayer, like if he's needed in a pinch situation?
We got a lot of confidence in Christian. We got a lot of confidence in Nate Yarnell as well. So we got a lot of confidence. But you guys all want to. You guys are fast to want to pull the plug on somebody, and that's not how we do it. Like I'm a positive guy. Try to stay positive, and you start dumping people, whether it's a corner, a tackle, a quarterback. It's not good for you. So We'll look at the tape, and it's never one person. I know you guys want to point the finger at one person, it's not. So, we all had a part in it, and it starts with a game plan, and we'll get it right.
Pat,
I'll take two more.
Pat-
Two more. Corey, and then Jerry. Go
Pat,
ahead.
what do you think changed defensively once West Virginia had to go to a backup and pivot to a guy that had a bit of a different style than the starter?
Well, I think really the only thing they got Donaldson. They think they wanted to hand it off 51 rushes. They wanted to hand it off to him. Maybe probably a little bit less quarterback counter. About the only thing they didn't have. But they did a good job on outside zones at times, and again we can clean that up too. I mean, there's no reason for them to gain even the yards they got. But 211 yards. Haven't lost many football games when you give up 211 yards.
Jerry, you have the last one
Thank
before we
you.
get to player ups.
You mentioned the game plan could be part of the problem. We happy with the game plan tonight?
Obviously not. But you're not happy, in anything you do. When you don't win, it starts with a game plan. It starts with the coaches.
But your
and it
plan
trickles down
coming in,
to
you're
players.
okay with?
Say again?
Your plan coming into the game, you're on it.
No question about it. We had a good plan going in, and we'll look at it. Things change, they change, they do different things, and then you gotta adjust and make moves.